Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who caught their partner cheating. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. The first thing that I noticed was that he all of a sudden stopped talking about her. He went from complaining about her all the time to never even saying her name. Next, my toothbrush at his place disappeared and the couple items I kept there were put in a bag under the sink covered by a towel. When I asked, he said he didn't want his daughter to get into it on the weekends she was there. The same thing with the one pair of flip-flops I had there. They went missing one day and after pressing him over and over, he got them off of the back porch that no one even goes out on, after saying repeatedly that he had no idea where they went. That is suspicious. He's like, oh, I don't know where they went, but then he goes to the back porch and gets them for her. Okay. Then he started to pick fights with me on Saturday nights, 4 or 5 in a row. Specifically on Saturday or what? He would text a whole bunch of times if I didn't respond to the first text in 2 minutes. He would just be mean, saying I'm ignoring him and not to bother talking to him the rest of the night because I must be hanging out with someone else. Even with all the little things piling up, I still thought he wouldn't do that to me. Yo, why? The day I accidentally caught them was the worst. We made dinner plans with another couple for that night, but around 4 p.m. he started texting me acting like a complete twerp and said he was trashed and in a bad mood and depressed and just couldn't go out and not to come over because he would just be a twerp and he didn't want to do that to me. Well, I figured I'd be a good girlfriend and bring him dinner from a restaurant. Oh my gosh. I texted him 5 minutes before I left and said I was on my way and he texted back and said he was in bed and not to come. But I said I'll just leave it in the fridge because I already bought it and didn't want to waste it. When I drove up to his house, his car was pulled all the way up the driveway like another car had been parked behind it, and I thought it was weird since I always had to pull his car in to park in the driveway because he would park at the bottom. Yo! When I got inside, he was upstairs in his room, fully dressed. There were 2 cups on the nightstand. I decided the easiest way would be to catch him in a lie, so all I said was, I saw someone pulling out of your driveway as I was pulling up. Who was that? The look on his face said it all. I started crying, begging him to tell me the truth. He said I was crazy and that his brother had just stopped by to drop some stuff off. Well, that was it. I knew he was lying for sure. I pulled up Snapchat and his brother had snapped from a baseball game 2 hours away. Obviously he was caught, so he came clean and said he was still in love with his ex-girlfriend, even though she was horrible and I was so much better. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't be laughing, but that line was just funny. I'm so much better than her. He couldn't get over her and would never be able to, and he wanted to tell me for so long and that he thought I really knew, etc. I tried to make it work, but a week later I drove by after he said I was annoying him all day and wanted to be alone and her car was there. I knocked on the door and he answered, but couldn't really say much. We both knew she was upstairs. She said she had no idea we were together. I wasn't sure what to believe, so I just left. He called me a lot after that, begging me for forgiveness. He said he never slept with her and they were just hanging out. I still miss him dearly, but I can't do that to myself. Being alone is better than being with someone who doesn't really love you. Well said, girl. Oh my goodness. It just doesn't make sense that he's trying to prove his innocence, you know? It's like, no, we haven't done anything together. But I'm still in love with her. What? He said he was still in love with her and then he's like, no, nothing happened. Well, being in love with someone else while you're in a relationship is emotionally cheating, and that is cheating. What the heck? I'm just so confused. So I guess once he lost his current girlfriend, he knew he screwed up, you know. He knew she was the one and now he wants her back. Well, boy, it doesn't work that way, okay? You can't just cheat and think nothing happens. He changed his phone password. I left it for months until something just wasn't sitting right in my gut. I unlocked his phone with my thumb and I didn't even have to look. There was a messaging app open with a girl he was meeting the next day. He had forgotten when I purchased him his iPhone that we added my thumb to his identification list. His was also in mine. Up until that day, we had always shared phone passwords. I thought it was odd because I was using his phone for GPS, but he took it from me and unlocked it himself. Wow. I sent him to work without confronting him. I reset passwords through a long chain of emails to finally access the one associated with the messaging app. Lo and behold, he was sending approximately 10,000 emails per year for the last 4 years of our relationship. 10,000 emails? That's a lot of emails. 10,000. Whoa. I'm just shocked at that. He was living a whole second life and hiding it from everyone. Our relationship had appeared stronger and we had been seeing a therapist to work on strengthening our communication for 8 months, once a week. Clearly, he was hiding his issues from the therapist as well. At the time, I felt like it ruined my life. I remember thinking very clearly, what did I do to deserve this? When I thought that, something inside me just snapped. I calmly went and bought a giant coffee and cardboard boxes. I packed all his things up before he was home from work and changed our locks. I moved his things into storage and left the key along with a passive-aggressive note. He left me a short note, apologizing for what he did and owning up to it. He made a social media post telling everyone what he did and asked they leave him alone and support me. I saw him weeks later to talk and he didn't try to hide what he had done and was transparent. I loved him, and if he had come to me and admitted he had this problem, I would have helped him seek therapy. It wasn't the subject matter so much that is the issue. Addiction is addiction. It's the lying. Yeah. At least he didn't make up any excuse and try to lie further, you know. Oh, jeez. That's honestly so sad though, to think that you put all this trust into a person that you loved and they basically just throw it back at you. It was on a very rare date night with the kids at the grandparents' house. I'm looking extra cute, so didn't even want to carry a purse or my cell. I used his phone on the way to the restaurant to confirm our reservations. After eating, I used his phone again to get the movie times. I saw a name in the frequently sent, asked him innocently, "Who's Lisa?" He snatched the phone and said, "My coworker." Wow, he snatched the phone. Wow, he must have something to hide. Jump to 3 hours later, I'm throwing his clothes into his car after going online and viewing the hundreds of texts sent to several women, not just Lisa. But still, I was a fool for love and opted to stay for a long time. I was with him my entire adult life, so I didn't know anything different. That was 2006. Wow. Love can do crazy things to you, okay? We had our 19th anniversary this year and my divorce was final in March. He got married to another one of his many affairs in June. Whoa, he got married so quick. He didn't even care. What the? Oh my gosh, that sucks. That must hurt so bad though. Like, you find out your partner is cheating and then they don't even care. You know, like they don't even care about losing you. That just hurts. And they were together for 19 years. Yo. Okay. I'm enjoying being unattached and becoming an empty nester as of this fall. Once we were apart and on speaking terms, I could see how manipulative and narcissistic he was. Funny thing, he used to call me manipulative. I truly couldn't believe that I allowed myself and my kids to be subjected to that for so long. But I know better now. A wise woman told me that you will see your spouse's true identity after divorce, and oh boy, she never lied. Oh, this is so true. I mean, even for breakups, like when people are together and they're not meant to be, they don't see the signs, you know, like they don't see the red flags. But after they break up, all of a sudden it's like, oh, what did I see in you, you know? That's crazy. I feel like when you're in such a toxic relationship, you just can't think properly. I don't know, man, but I've heard this so many times. I came home early from work on Christmas Eve, mind you. As I pulled into the parking lot, I had a weird thought of wanting to see if there were any cars I didn't recognize. I decided it was a silly thought, so I parked my car and went inside. As I walked to the top of the stairs towards our bedroom, my husband immediately walks out and closes the door behind him. I had to ask him twice if there was a girl in there, and he finally said yes. He also made me stand in the kitchen so I couldn't see who it was as she walked out. He was in the military, so my guess was it could have been someone from the base. It was rough for sure, but I came out a much stronger person. It took me 3 years before I could enjoy Christmas again. Whoa. Why before like the holiday spirit, you know? Like you're gonna ruin the entire holiday. Like if you're gonna get caught like somewhere irrelevant or something. Get caught on a date that's irrelevant, okay, you know, jeez. On Christmas Eve, seriously? My college boyfriend, our relationship had started to feel a bit strained and he asked if I could come over to talk. He lived nearby and as I was walking over, I thought to myself, whatever he wants to talk about, I can handle it, as long as he's not cheating on me and isn't breaking up with me. So I decided to just start off with that. In my mind, I was going to ask, did you cheat on me? Are we about to break up? He would say, of course not, and then would go from there and we'd work whatever it was out. Oh my gosh, she's like preparing mentally. I walked in and said, did you cheat on me? And his face immediately fell. So the conversation didn't really go how either of us planned. Now I'm married to a great guy and my ex-boyfriend is single and posting sad things on social media. No regrets on ending that one. Yeah, that is a pretty good feeling though, because you feel like you won, you know. Even at that time, I wasn't that upset about it. Things had been rocky, as I said, so it was more like, oh, okay, I guess this is how this is going to end. Instead of being shocked that it was the ending, I was more upset to find out after the fact that most of my friends knew before I did. From the girl he cheated with. And no one said anything. I'm pretty laid back and I guess they thought I knew and decided to stay with him. Nope. None of her friends told her? I mean, even if they thought she knew, they should have tried to like talk her out of it kind of thing, you know? Because if you knew your friend's partner was cheating on her and then you think she has decided to stay with him, wouldn't you still try to talk to her and be like, are you okay? You know what I mean? Like, are you sure you want to do this even though he's cheating? Are you sure? None of them talked about it? That's crazy. I found out my ex-boyfriend had been cheating on me when, upon walking into the apartment he shared with his mother and 2 elementary-age sisters, the younger sister asked me, when did you leave? I asked her, when was I here? She responded, you were here all night. I could hear you talking to X's name. I had not been there for 2 days at that point. I asked him what she was talking about and he stammered for a few minutes before confessing. Good riddance. Thank gosh for the sister though. Thank gosh. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!